Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Pick Six Fantasy Podcast, where I'll just be breaking down the Bills game from yesterday and our two-leg Monday Night Football pick, just to get us back and rolling. Sorry for the absence, just busy with a lot of stuff and just couldn't find time to film stuff. So, without further ado, let's get on to the Bills' victory from yesterday. So the Bills won 44-32 yesterday at a 1 o'clock game against the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, and first thoughts are just wow. Wow, 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 because Josh Allen put his nuts on the table and got the job done. Bad game last week. It's been an up and down journey for the Buffalo Bills, and you know what? To think about it, after that first drive, getting a punt back to us at about the 2-3 yard line, I already knew it wasn't really a good sight. And then once Josh Allen threw that little like chest pass to the interception, I knew it wasn't him, and I thought he was going through something. I still kind of do think he's dealing with something. I don't know what it is, but it kind of got solved after that first quarter. But after that pick, it was just, and to hold them to that only a field goal after that was just incredible, and to have a lead after that first quarter also was incredible. But the surprise news was the Bills sitting Keon Coleman as a healthy scratch due to missing a meeting on Friday. I kind of like the decision. Spent our capital 2 years ago on drafting him first pick in the second round, and maybe he's had a handful of games where he's played great. Like despite that garbage time touchdown a couple weeks ago, if you're looking at it even in a fantasy perspective, he's not been playing up to par as supposedly the Bills wide receiver two, and it should have been the Bills wide receiver one by the end of the year this year. But I don't think he's on track to do that unless it's a miraculous turnaround and he finds a way to get it done. But in steps in place is Tyrell Shavers. 4 catches, 90 yards, and a touchdown. Probably one of the best catches in his career. And Josh Allen getting frisky with his feet, making that play happen was great. And listen, if Gabe Davis and Miko Hardman and Shavers are willing to step up and all try to do better than Keon Coleman, then so be it. It does not really matter to me. And as a matter of fact, just Shavers from going from an undrafted free agent from San Diego State. I believe it is San Diego State, and he just got the job done today. Got open when he could. You know, they were really, really, really focused on Khalil Shakir, who really didn't do much today. Curtis Samuel didn't really do anything special today either. You know, maybe if Keon Coleman steps up, maybe you healthy scratch him, like him and Elijah Moore, now that you have a returner, Miko Hardman. But him too, the return team was great today between him, Hardman, and Ray Davis. It was really, really, really good until that muff punt that Hardman does have a history with muffing punts and turning that ball over from the air. That could have been Shakir's ball. I would have put Shakir in on that punt return, but at the end of the day, they got it done. It was an up and down game, and Josh Allen just played unbelievable. And with his 6 touchdown, 3 passing, 3 rushing, he breaks an NFL record. So his 11th career game with 3 passing touchdowns and 1 rushing touchdown, breaking Brady's all-time record with 10. And then he ties Cam Newton's all-time regular season rushing touchdowns with 75. Then he passes Peyton Manning with the 6 touchdowns, now having 290 career touchdowns by any player younger than 30 years old, and he turns 30 in May. So he could have been playing until we're talking, hopefully, January, and he could have broken this at the end of the season, but meanwhile he breaks it in week 11. And then with his 3 pass, 3 rush, he's the only player since the NFL AFL merger to record 3 passing and 3 rushing touchdowns in the same game. So he pretty much is adding to his own record and breaking his own record. And yeah, just 3 to 4 records broken today. He's just an animal, freak of nature. And if the Buffalo Bills can just find a way to keep their momentum and stay on pace, just like they did yesterday. Defense, allowing a backup running back like Sean Tucker, who was in and out of the Tampa Bay practice squad when Bucky Irving was out, or sorry, my apologies, when he was healthy. Sean Tucker really didn't see the field and had a all-time career record of 2 touchdowns, and now he scored 2 touchdowns against the Bills today. If we could somehow, find a way, maybe even sign another interior guy. Like, I know we signed a guy from the Rams practice squad a couple days ago, but if we could just get the job done, manage the run game a little bit, and, we're beating a team that, like the Buccaneers with Baker Mayfield here, who has done a great job, especially on the road. Before this, they were 4-1 on the road coming into Buffalo, and Buffalo of winning at home. And I think if they just got to keep this up, they're probably going to play C.J. Stroud. I know he still has a concussion, but I don't like Davis Mills has won 2 games to keep their season alive, and he's hot right now too. So we gotta pay attention to either Davis Mills or C.J. Stroud, and the task at hand. We lost on the road against Houston last year with the Stephon Diggs revenge game. So we gotta find ways to get the job done on a short week basis, and get our run game going again, because I know until about the 3rd or 4th quarter, James Cook started to get things going. About 105 scrimmage yards from him yesterday, which wasn't bad at all. And the pressure on the quarterback as well. Tampa didn't sack Josh Allen, but we got to Baker Mayfield in the do or die 2 minutes left in the 4th. So I kind of want to count it as a sack. I kind of don't, but it was a forced fumble. So, to seal the game, Daquan Jones was the only guy with the sack yesterday, and he got the job done, and I'm kind of proud of that. But we got to get to the quarterback. Joey Bosa's got to get more clean with his pass rushing. He was just pushing into the right tackle for the Bucs, Luke Godek, and the execution just has to be better with getting to the quarterback and putting him on the ground. Like against the Chiefs, it was just poetry in motion, banging him to the ground, getting the job done, getting him dirty, and yeah. Other than that, let's move on to the Monday night parlay. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're on a dry streak on this channel with 2 of the parlays I've done, so we're just going to keep it nice and sweet. Dallas, yes, they're not the best-looking team right now, but neither are the Raiders. And, you could do crap for crap, but I really don't care that Vegas is at home here. I think this is pretty much Dallas's game to lose. And with, this defense getting a couple guys back, I believe, this week, coming off a 2-game losing streak, 1 at home, 1 on the road against Denver and Arizona. Arizona got crunched this week too, so, it could have been a fluke, could have not have been. But I think Dak Prescott gets frisky today. Everybody gets frisky. Let's hope it is, because last time Vegas was on prime time with the Broncos last week, it was a shit show. So hopefully it's not too much of a shit show. Gino's going to throw a couple picks here and there, but ultimately Dallas are going to win this game, and I think Javonte Williams on the second leg will get in the end zone 100%, just on the ground, going to dominate that Vegas rush attack. And that's going to seal the deal for this 2-leg parlay. So I boosted to 200 plus, but it's a 110, so $5 or $10 doubles your money, $20, whatever you want to do. And hopefully this hits, and we'll see you guys on the other side. And that's pretty much it for the game day report and the Monday night parlay. We'll catch you on the next one. Thank you guys for listening.